Welcome back to Bar Banter. We are on the third floor studio above 29 West Hubbard at O'Callahan's Pub right here in Chicago. And with me today, I have a very good friend of mine. It's Jay Westbrook, and he's a man of many things. He's a man of, well, he's a bartender at Nisei Lounge.
3439 North Sheffield Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60657.
Hashtag that. But he's also a big part of the Black Beer Baron people who collaborated to make a beer, which was the beer of the month in October here at O'Callahan's, the Harold's 83 Honey Ale, which was so good, and we sold so much of it, and people loved it so much. So welcome, bro.
Appreciate the love. Appreciate y'all having me on the pod. First of all, I want to thank you, Dom, LB, Rachel, and the whole crew over here at O'Callahan's for making this pop the way it did during my birth month of October. So it's just extra special to me to be here.
Which was October 13th.
Indeed, Friday the 13th.
Did you get my gift?
I did not. I'm still waiting on it.
Yeah, I'm All right, so go on.
All right, so yeah, like the homie Teddy B said, I'm the Black Beer Baron, aka Jay Westbrook, aka Bartender Jay, aka Regular Jay. We could do this shit all day, but we're not gonna. Back in 2017, I got into the service industry because I was just trying to figure out how to transition away from corporate life, and I think that's kind of like the generic story.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And, I decided I wanted to get into, making beer. First, I thought I wanted to be a fucking rep. And all my rep friends like, Jay, don't ever fucking do that.
The rep life seems tough, man.
And shouts to the reps for having the temperament to do that.
Right.
And having my friends that are reps explain to me that I don't necessarily have a temperament to do that.
You don't.
Goes a long way.
No, you don't. You're just way too hot-tempered. You can't do it.
I'm not hot-tempered. Everybody thinks I'm some sort of hothead or some sort of curmudgeon. I'm a fucking ray of sunshine. Come on now. You got to be kidding me, Teddy. How we become friends? Because I'm a ray of sunshine.
Yeah, okay. Go on.
He's going to indulge me, but it's fine. Got into the service industry, started bar backing over at Theater on the Lake over on Fullerton and Lakeshore Drive, and then ended up getting a job working the door at Nisei Lounge in the fall of 2017.
Nisei Lounge. If you people don't know about Nisei Lounge, it is the best dive bar in Wrigleyville, period.
First of all, Wrigleyville is not a real place. The neighborhood is Lakeview East.
It's Lakeview East.
Lakeview East.
But it's Wrigleyville. You are a block from Wrigley Field.
2 blocks from Wrigley Field, Lakeview East.
I hate him so much.
I love you so
really
much.
I really do. So you're at Nisei. Tell me about 2017, because that's when you started there, and this was interesting.
2017 was super weird because, like I said, it was my first year at Nisei Lounge. I was just bar backing while bartending over at Theater on the Lake, but ended up coming over there for the Cubs playoff push, and then ended up staying on, and I ended up getting scheduled at the door for T-Box 2017, which, if you follow the story, Nisei Lounge had said on record prior, the week before, like literally, that this is our last bar crawl. We're never doing this again in any capacity. And ended up working the door at T-Box 2017, had never done like a bar crawl of this magnitude. So I didn't know what to expect.
Bar crawls are the worst.
They're ass. Bar crawls are fucking ass.
It's amateur hour. It's bullshit.
You don't get to come in, pop into my bar for 15 Miller Lights or whatever have you, and then tip me $3, but then fuck up my establishment and leave because you got a goddamn wristband on. That's not how this game is played. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 42 years old now. I'm somebody's father. Like, if I want to have a marathon drinking session, what I'm going to do is plant my flag at the end of somebody's bar, mind my fucking business, and get it on for maybe 5 to 7 hours, because that's the way adults behave.
That's the way you do it.
Exactly. If you want to get it in that way, let's do it. But T-Box 2017 was weird because, like I said, it was my first one. Didn't know what to expect. I was working door, and it was so warm that day that we actually had the doors open. And so I'm outside checking IDs at the door, thinking everything is hunky-dory and shit. And I turn around, and there's a kid hovering and throwing up, not in the garbage can 6 inches from where he's standing, and our motherfucking Toys for Tots box.
Oh, no.
Our Toys for Tots box. Teddy,
no.
I remember it like it's yesterday. And I turned around and I just stared. Because, I mean, what you going to do? Interrupt and not let him finish?
I guess you got to let him finish. But the
You
point is,
better
like,
let him finish. He looks up at me. I'm sorry. And I was just like, get out.
get out.
Get the fuck out.
Right.
I don't. And his friends are trying to apologize. I'm like, no, are you with him? You roll too. So dip. Get the fuck out of my motherfucking Caucasian bar, bro. Because we're not playing these games. So the guy, he leaves, and I'm just furious about it, like seething. So I started tweeting about it. And eventually I just come to the decision that I'm going to donate my cash tips from that day to Toys for Tots to compensate for them
Well, that was
toys.
nice.
And for some odd reason, like the weirdest shit goes viral, and this shit went viral. We ended up getting such a great response that we ended up raising like $5,000 in cash and toys.
That's awesome.
For those kids.
That's great.
Behind a fucked up situation. So, you know, some good comes out of it. So I can appreciate it.
I mean, I appreciate that. I
That's
didn't know that
love.
about you. I always thought you were kind of an asshole, but like now
No,
I think
I'm
you're-
actually a decent human
now I
being
think
once you
you're
get to know me.
decent human being. Yeah, you're good. I know you're a good man.
You know it's all love.
This will tell who loves each other more.
All right. I'm with it.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
In 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, go.
Motherfucker.
Ready?
All right. Best out of 3.
1, 2, 3, go.
This is bullshit. Reminds me of that episode of The Simpsons and shit. Good old rock. Nothing beats rock.
All right, ready?
1, 2, 3, go. All right, you win.
You're a lovely human.
Stop it. You're making me blush. Appreciate you,
know.
King.
I don't know what you owe me, but you owe me something. I don't know. Like respect?
A hug and a shot.
That's cool. Oh, we need a shot.
We should probably have a shot.
Dom, what do you think? Should we do a shot?
You should do a shot, yeah.
Dom?
You should.
Dom?
You guys.
Dom?
I'll do a shot for Dom. Here's to it, my friend. Thanks for having me, y'all. Appreciate it.
Always good to have you, bro. All right, let's talk about this beer real quick. This was the beer of the month at O'Callahan's for October. And it's Harold's 83 Honey Ale, which is a great collaboration with you, the Black Baron Brewer, and Haymarket. And it commemorates Harold Washington being elected as the first black mayor of Chicago in 1983. So it's just a good beer.
Yeah.
It's not too, like, people say, oh, honey ale. I'm like, no, it's not too sweet. It's good. It's smooth.
Facts.
It's easy drinking. And it is a really good beer.
Thank you.
Like,
Appreciate
you've done
that.
a great job, man.
Appreciate that
I'm
love.
really proud of you. Like,
Thank
you've
you.
done, I don't mean to get like personal all the time here, but like, I love this guy. And like, you have done so much for brewing, but also for like people of color who like deserve to be recognized as really good brewers also, because mostly you think about dudes with beards who live in Logan
Flannel
Square.
shirts and shit. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And like, but
Absolutely.
like, the fact is, like, you know what you're doing, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing a good job.
Yeah, I've been incredibly blessed. I've only been in this game for, like I said, we brewed Harold's 83 Honey Ale for the first time in early 2020. And if you're around for 2020, you know what happened early 2020. So we had just finished Harold's 83 Honey Ale, which is 5.3%. I had a relationship with Haymarket because I worked at Nisei, right? And I had met Sam over in the West Loop, and, I knew he was trying to brew beer and I was trying to get with him so we could do a thing. And then a mutual friend of ours linked me with Haymarket. I decided to go grab Sam. And during that meeting, that initial meeting, they didn't know Sam from Adam's House Cat. But I'll tell you how serendipitous it was. There was a literal bottle of honey on the table I could point to that table if you ever walk in the Haymarket over on 737 West Randolph. I could point to that table and say that bottle of honey was right there, and they just looked at us and they were like, "This is a great idea." And so we're like almost four years into this thing.
Yeah, no, it's a good beer.
It's love. It's just been nothing but love.
Let's switch gears.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the biggest douchebag you've dealt with lately?
When it comes to like recency in terms of dealing with just weirdos or randos and shit, like, so I have this rule because I bartend at Nisei on Saturday and Sunday days, right? And on Sundays, I have this rule: no jukebox on Sundays. Nobody wants to hear that bullshit. I'm going to curate the vibe. We're going to get it right. You have 6 days to spend all your money in that goddamn touch tune. But on Sundays, just like you don't sell dope on Sundays, I don't want to hear jukebox on Sundays. So I had this young lady in the bar, and I told her that, we have a rule: no jukebox on Sundays, at least during my shift, because I don't want to hear that, because generally football's on or whatever have you, but also I'm curating the musical vibe. This lady called the amusement company that runs the touch tunes and had them unpause the goddamn jukebox remotely and then played 2 songs and left.
Okay, so she unpaused the jukebox.
No, she called somebody, had them do it.
Had air and air.
And had them do it. And when I tell you that's a level of entitlement that I will never, ever get comfortable with. But like, shorty called the company, like got the number off the jukebox and was like, "Hey, the jukebox allegedly isn't working." And nobody ever told that lady the jukebox wasn't working. I just said no jukebox on Sundays. I have rules to this shit, right?
Did you tell her to go back to Naperville?
No, I told her to go back to Park Ridge. But before I could actually verbally tell her that, she had left because she only played 2 songs. I don't remember the 2 songs, but now every day when you're at Nisei at the top of some random ass hour, whatever's on will turn off, it'll get low, and you have to go to the jukebox, and it is just so stupid. It's just like, and it's all because of this one person who wanted to play 2 songs instead of saying, "Hey, Jay, can you fire this up on your Spotify?"
And now you suffer.
Now I suffer.
Now you suffer
daily.
You know what? You suffer daily.
Daily.
You know what? I feel for you.
Luckily, I have access to cold beer and whiskey.
I know. And you just need a hug daily is what you need.
Always. I'm a big hugger.
Right.
I'm a huge hugger.
Oh, well, big huggers all the time. I had some guy come in the other day. It's the same dude. Like, right? It's always the same dude, right? It's like, "Hey, how you doing? How's it going today?" Guinness. I'm like, "I'm great. Thanks for asking."
Do you need that?
No.
No, I mean, I'm asking seriously.
Oh, is it arena?
No, do you
are
need
we
one of
in a
those?
session right now? Is
No,
this what
I'm
we're doing?
No, I'm seriously. Like, do you need that?
I would like a little response.
Guest? Okay,
Like
I get that.
something.
That I respect, because motherfuckers will be like, Bud Light. I'll be like, "No, how are you? You ain't got to ask me how I'm doing."
My point is, therapist. My point is like, I'm like, "Hey, how are you? How's it going today?" Guinness. And I'm like, "I'm fine. Thanks for asking." And then he's like, "Well, here's your beer. Fuck off." You know? But I do love the industry. It's crazy. Like, I love what we do.
Yeah, like I enjoy it. Like, the good times are great.
Yeah.
But when it's shitty, it's terrible. And again, I'm an Nisei Lounge employee, so I know about bad times.
But you can like, well, I'm at O'Callahan's and we have like great people. I have great regulars. And I also have people come in like who are just like, "Meh."
Ain't nobody tell your ass to get a job downtown.
Like,
shit.
"Meh." Or no, here's the best part. You're at a convention. Oh, that's the best. When you come in from a convention and they come in and they have their thing on, their lanyard. And they're like, "Hey, Julie, how's it going?" She's like, "How'd you know my name?"
Look down, dumb fuck.
I'm like, right here. It's right there. Like, your name's Julie. Whatever. Jay, you're a fucking gem.
Nah, man, I love you, man.
No, I love you
shit,
too,
baby.
Jay Westbrook. my man. He is with the Black Baron.
I am a whole damn black beer baron.
I know.
You can find me on
mess that
Instagram
up.
as at a Black Beer Baron.
Black Beer Baron.
Also, Major League MAJALLEEG. Motherfucker got me spelling my own name and shit, but it's fine. But yeah, Black Beer Baron and Major League on all social medias, as well as Harold's 83 Honey has their own dedicated social media demo as well on Twitter and IG.
We also want to thank Haymarket because they are part of this.
That is fam.
And they were an integral part of our beer of the month here at O'Callahan's.
Absolutely.
So,
Shouts to Jim,
and I also
Pete, and all the
always
homies.
have to get a shout out to Dominic Stark, who is the one behind the camera and the microphones and everything else. And he's just the best. We love him.
And the human that puts up with your BS.
Oh, yeah.
Every week we tape.
Every day.
Well, every week you tape.
And LB and yes, everybody else. Like everyone else. But dude, thank you.
Nah, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate the love.
Episode number
man.
6.
Oh shit, we 6 in. 7?
Is this
Lucky number 7? Let's go.
This is why I have Dominic here. This is why I have Dominic.
To keep your ass in line.
He's like 7. You better keep your ass in line.
I am in line, motherfucker.
He's actually bigger. He's actually bigger than I am, so I'm gonna need to shut
way
up.
Bigger. Twice his size and half his age.
Twice as fat and half my age.
All right, you can cut the camera so I can beat the shit out of this motherfucker and then drink his beer.
I love you.
Appreciate y'all having me, man. Good times.